Right mate, Slimade here, and welcome to another Smash Bros Stage Builder Speed Build video. Bit of a tongue twister. Now if you remember last episode, buckets, that's what I'm doing with the skybox here, bucket trick. Then I'm going to go borderless to make this planet in the background, and still using borderless again, add a shadow to the planet, try making another shadow which doesn't work out, and I ultimately drop it, and then add a moon for the planet with its own shadow, and then again using borderless again, a moon for the level with a glow around it. Now the level that I'm doing here is Fracture Hills. I'd originally wanted to do Autumn Plains, but what happened is a user called Moz on the Tin Gaming Discord did his own take on Autumn Plains, and I thought I want to do my own take on Autumn Plains without stepping on his toes, so I drew up this design which I'm going to post up on screen right now. And what ended up happening, I tried making it, I recorded myself making it, and I just didn't like it, so ultimately just dropped it. I think Moz said that he'd have a crack at the design that I did, but other than that I just didn't like how it turned out in game, so just dropped it. Decided to go with Fracture Hills, one that I drew up previously and forgot about. The main reason why I'm actually doing Fracture Hills is because I just kind of like doing nighttime skyboxes in this game. I've done Fireworks Factory before, and I've also done Horikos. Horikos isn't actually a nighttime level, but it's still got that dark atmosphere which works well with it and that. It's not the only Spyro levels I've done though. So I've also done Scorch's Pit, and I've also done Dr. Shemp, both of which ironically enough are boss levels. And I have a few Spyro levels planned that I might do in the future as well, so I might do them in the future. Anyway, you see me building the temple here, and it took me a while to actually get these right. I decided to not use the grid, to use the border on this, well, borderless. So you can have these like wooden rims around the temple. Funny that I'm using dirt instead of wood, because the wood is what I've used to actually build the temple itself. Just going to add a doorway here, again using borderless. I'm using a lot of borderless in this because I think I've kind of nailed how it works, at least in controller mode instead of handheld mode. Anyway, you see me here doing kind of this line. I've scaled the temple up and then I'm going to scale it back down. And it's just to give it a little bit of like context, I guess, as to which way it's facing, what it looks like and that. I'm just going to put the platforms here so you can actually see what I'm doing. And then from here I actually build a tree. The tree is actually based on the original Spyro 2 design. Accidentally went to the main menu there, but the tree is actually based on the Spyro 2 design just because it's easier to build, which is kind of funny because later on I actually build an Earth Shaper, and that's based on the Reignited design. Funnily enough, I actually had a video about the Earth Shapers posted up on my channel like just the other day actually. Speaking of, I have actually posted quite a bit of Spyro content on my channel recently, and this is kind of to tie in with that. Make 3 platforms here, ultimately decided I only need 2. Because it kind of removes the gimmick of the lava in the middle of the stage. And now that I've got all this like figured out, you see me actually building one of the Earth Shapers. And at this point I actually decided to build it like borderless, but then I realised that borderless on its own, if there's nothing behind it for it to have no border on, looks ugly. So I actually go back and just make the Earth Shaper as a regular shape, and then actually do borderless for the moss on top of its head. And then once I've got that like sorted out, I actually end up doing the head itself. It takes me a few, like, well, not a few attempts, but a few design alterations to actually get the head right. And once I got the head right, I thought that's it, jobs are good, and I'm going to slap it on the head and then put it on this platform here. I tried making eyes for it, but it just kind of, the eyes wouldn't shrink down, you know, small enough for it. From there, just move it to this platform, and then test around and ultimately decide it needs to be lower down. But once I've got it where I want it to, have it shake around as if it's like walking or something, and then I put the background on the rail so that whenever you're in game you actually don't notice the original skybox for the ice level in the background, so you can ignore that. Then from here, just actually use borderless to actually put designs on the main platform. And again, it's actually like indented to stop the tether breaking and that. You see me messing around here with Ivysaur, trying to make sure there's no tether issues. And again, I'm actually using borderless, putting a texture on the rock. Now there was actually something really funny I noticed with Ivysaur whenever I was testing this out, is that on the right hand platform, well not platform, but on the right hand part of the stage, you could tether grab and like kind of teleport. It's just kind of funny and I kept it in, so I decided to go with that. A user called Yamazaru actually said that I should kind of do this thing with a lava and make it a trapezoid to make it stand out more. And Tink C actually helped me pick the music for the stage, which is the Smash Bros mural theme, because I just could not find anything that actually fit. So with that all that said and done, here's the finished design of the stage.